is well. Welcome to another Living Well is a Lifestyle vlog where we talk about all things living well from the soil up. What is happening, everybody? It is an early morning rise for me. I'm telling you, I had to get up real early because, baby, I had a nightmare and it was like, woo, that was violent. So, I am, yes, trying to get my bearings this morning, but I came out early this morning. Getting ready to do our audit. And I want to show you things that I look for in the morning when I am doing a morning audit. I am checking on things like the progress of things that I did yesterday to make sure that there is a check on like any type of trauma that may have occurred with nature and the transition of some of our beautiful babies. And so that is what we're looking for. We're checking on our livestock to make sure they're okay and everybody's okay is from what I can see. And the beauty about the way my homestead is set up, I can literally see them from the window of my French doors here on the patio. So I am able to see what is happening, whether they're all there. I can literally just look from the window to make sure they're okay. And they are. We will let them out just a little bit later. I usually like to give them a little time. They kind of on my time. I don't know, y'all. That's the way it is around here. Even when my children were small, they didn't hit the floor till I hit the floor. I mean, when I say hit the floor, their feet did not hit the floor until my feet hit the floor. And that was very welcoming to me. So, welcome to all of you who are coming into the space today, and those of you who may come a little later. I know many of you are at work right now, but how do we do our morning audit? That is what we're doing today, checking on first what the weather is looking like. It's beautiful here, and I'm looking. Ooh, all the birds are sitting up on the roofs, just checking things out. What's my day gonna look like? What's my weather temperature? All the things. And so it's beautiful here. The birds are chirping, and we're just gonna take a walk around just to see what an audit looks like. And so, for an audit for me is not the entire. I walk the garden. I do walk the garden, but I'm more concerned about the plants that I put in yesterday. So, yesterday we added some new babies to the property, and I want to check on them to see how they're doing. We added another fig right here in the perennial garden and two eucalyptus. We're going to be potting those up today. So they're new to the space. So this is the unit I told you that we hey there. I told you that we had to build on both sides to make sure that the unit was accessible in case, anybody needs to come and check our unit. We didn't want to have it such that growing up over here, that flowers and things growing up here, that we couldn't get to a technician couldn't get to the unit. So that was real important. What if you become a plant? Oh, God made you beautiful just like you are. He intended you just like you are. So that it's looking good. It's standing up. It's looking good. It got morning sun. That's the beauty of this side of the garden, the perennial garden, is that it all gets the morning sun and it has beautiful shade in the afternoon. So if you ever want to plant, you want to be making sure that you know the microclimate of that area. So what else did we put in on this side? Again, that we did the same thing. Um, I put in some blackberries here. So I'm checking on to see how things are going. I put this dwarf peach in here. I put a blackberry in, and it's looking really, really good. And I put in this fig. This fig is going to stay in this pot for now, unless I decide to go ahead and put it in the ground. But because there is a tree already here that is will probably get about 8 to 10 feet tall. This figs get really big, so we don't want to put that tree behind that. So I doubt that I will put that in. So, but it's looking good. This is another fig that I put in another. I put in two more plants. Added two more perennials on each side. So that's looking good. So that's the kind of thing I do when I'm doing an audit. How are the plants doing that I put in yesterday? And we put another one on this side, and it's looking really good as well. And this fig is a new welcome to the community as well. Now we're gonna walk around the garden. What else did we do? Oh, we modified the this area here with vegetables. These are vegetables here. We changed a few bags. We changed a few bags out here to be able to put some wood chips in the bottom of the bag so that it can stay cool. That it can have not, less drainage at the bottom, so we can maintain some of the water, some moisture at the bottom of the bags. So they're looking good. The vegetables are all standing up. Looks like we need to pull some back. The cucumbers, I put in trellises yesterday so that they can begin to trellis up the upwards. And we're going to actually use this tent as a trellis this year. It is bolted into the ground, so hopefully that will keep it from moving. I think I'm going to get some of the concrete, um, I don't know what those things are called, but they're long rods that will go even deeper into the ground for more security of the tent, because we can always take the cover off of this tent to let these get the sun that they need anytime I want to. But again, as you can see, these tomatoes will get morning sun. They're getting morning sun right now, and if I ever wanted them to get more, I just flip up the tent at night. That way, they will get more of that morning sun coming in the morning. So they are looking good. So we've trellised the cucumbers, and now we are trellising. We've staked the cucumbers. We've staked the tomatoes. These are the ones that are in the bags, and so we've also done the same over here for these peppers. So these are jalapenos. We've staked them, and they are doing. We didn't stake those, but they are doing well. They're also getting morning sun, and I'm testing that where these are located, because one thing we want to do is we want to make sure that they're not getting too much. They don't get burned, because these bags can always be moved to the deck, and that's the good thing to get out of the shade or to get out of the sun. We have a beautiful tomato growing there, so really excited about that. Our first bloom. And what else did we do? Well, we're gonna check on the corn. So we put in some corn here, and we covered it up so that the birds can't come, or the um, squirrels can't come and dig them up. So I don't see them surfacing yet. They are definitely in there. We've watered them, and we don't see them yet. I'm going to check on my as well. I'm looking to see if my sunflowers are coming through, and they have not yet. But we did put in some wood chips over top of our tomatoes, and they are nice and cool. I stuck my fingers in there to test to see. I just come right next to it, and I'll stick my finger, and it's nice and cold down there. So that's what I wanted. I wanted to keep the ground cool. What else did we do yesterday? Oh, we potted up some plants yesterday, so let's go and check on those. We didn't do anything back here. We didn't water yesterday, so that's good. We didn't water. We try to water every other day, because I'm testing my methods to see if the methods that I'm putting in with the wood chips is working. And I didn't water this one at all. Let me see if it's cool. Yep, nice and cool this morning. This is the this is the herb bed. It's chive, sage, and onions. Um, let's go check on the pots we planted up yesterday. So we did a lot of potting up yesterday. Our blueberry, number one, we potted up this blueberry right here. So remember yesterday we were talking about the leaves of this blueberry right here. And it looks like two different types of blueberries in here, if I be honest. Look at this leaf, and then look at this leaf. But this one is coming out of this blueberry stem right here. So it's like it's a high, I don't know what's happening there. That's very interesting. But anyway, two different types of foliage going on, but it's the same plant. So we're going to take off some of these bruised leaves. That's from it was really kind of dry yesterday. So we had to get her potted up because she is fully loaded, and we wanted to make sure that she was going to survive you know, we wanted to make sure she was going to transition well. She transitioned well. We're taking off these bruised leaves. I'm just checking for activity. Um, we put a lot of things, fertilizers here, so we're hoping that also that we didn't put too much. So we'll just keep a monitor on these leaves. We're going to keep monitoring these leaves for change because I don't remember seeing so many, but they could have been there. They certainly could have been there. I was actually, when I was planting this, I was really focusing on the berries themselves. I wasn't really looking at the foliage. So I'm going to be paying attention to the foliage, making sure that um, what I've done in this pot wasn't a bit too much. But the green leaves are actually strong. They're so much stronger than they were yesterday. So it's looking okay. It's looking okay. Let's go over here and look at the other ones that we potted up yesterday. This raspberry right here was in pretty bad shape. It was in pretty bad shape. All of the leaves just were crisped. They got way too much sun, and they were in really tiny pots. I will never buy a berry like that again with inside those little teeny pots because this this raspberry was too big to be in a pot that small. It came in this this pot, a pot this size. And so, but you see how big that is? So it was already in a pot that was too small. So up potting it, it needed. So I put it into a 5-gallon bucket that I had around here and up potted it. It's strong. It's feel like it's standing up. It's doing good. No additional work. It was soaked. I soaked it, gave it lots of water, and we're gonna watch it. And I put it here next to another raspberry, so we're gonna see how it does. So this is a part of the morning audit. The morning audit. Oh, we also when we do our audit, we look for things that need to be done. And so these two strawberries don't look like they're doing all that good. So I may have to take them out of this and do something different with their put some straw at the bottom or some of the wood chips at the bottom of these as well so that they can maintain moisture because that could be part of it. So we're going to try and work on those as well. What else did we do? Beautiful roses this morning. So we up potted a few patio things. Now these are patio style. So we put them in pots. These are probably 3-gallon. Let's see, it doesn't say on here. But they look like they might be 5-gallon. They might be five. Um, because they're a little wider. But they look good. This is a blackberry that we up potted. We do want to have some in pots because we are measuring how the ones in pots will do as well. This is a patio clementine, um, and we wanted to see how that would do. We know that that will do well. And then we had a kumquat. Now this is the clementine, and this is the let's see. No, this is the kumquat. So this is the kumquat, and it's in a pot. So we've added. This is a patio style, so we put that in a pot. And we had a patio banana, so we put that in a pot, and it's doing well. So again, what we do is measure whether there's trauma. These leaves have spread out. They're nice and they're cool. The leaves are cool. They feel good. There's no trauma to the leaves overnight, so it feels good. And this one as well. So yeah. So that's what we did yesterday. We're going to probably harvest some of the shard today, and we're going to fix up some of the other bags. So this is the wood chips that I use to put in the bottom of my bags, and I'm putting in the bottom of my pots to maintain moisture because water is a real thing. Watering will be a real thing. If we get hit with any type of water ban, I want to make sure that my plants have a 1,000% chance to survive because we are currently in a drought. These are some that we're going to be potting up today as well. These two, I might find another place to put them in the ground, actually, a cool place that's not so sunny because these things can also grow in, if they grow in the forest, they can also grow in a shady spot. So I don't mind taking the chance to pot some things and I'm gonna put some things in shady areas as well. So that's kind of what we look for in our morning audit. What I did see last night that concerned me was these are my apple trees that I grew from seed, and one of them, since I brought them out, is not doing so well. I'm not sure what is happening, but this one got hit with something. But that's what happens has been happening every single year. So these were my 6 surviving apple trees. They're still really tender, and so too much heat can knock them back. So that's why I've been so protective of them. I've been keeping them in the greenhouse. But this one got hit with something. I don't know what. But we're gonna probably at some point need to up pot them or give them some fertilizer. That's probably what we need to do is give them some fertilizer. Let's see what else is on our agenda for today. We have got to get some more plants in the ground. The greenhouse is loaded with plants. So we have to get our lemongrass. We've got a ton of peppers, green peppers we need to get out into the community. And then we need to plan up, we need to reorganize our I got some beans. I don't know if I'll get all these in the ground today, but these are some of the things that we need to do. These are green peppers, not green, no, sorry, green beans. We got some watermelon, and we have, I think I've got some more cucumbers in here. Oh yeah, some more cucumbers. I wanted more cucumbers. Now, so we're going to be doing that, and we're going to be working a little bit on these green stalks because I have to reorganize them because this one mustard was at the top and it's not doing well at the top. It doesn't like um, that heat that it was getting, so we're going to put it on the bottom um, so that it doesn't get. We're going to put the tomatoes at the top. We're going to put some cherry tomatoes, some of those at the top, and plant a vegetable and a fruit, or a vegetable and an herb, vegetable and an herb, vegetable and an herb, because these are all herbs. But I think if we stagger them, vegetable, herb, vegetable, herb, vegetable, herb, we'll have more of a protective barrier around them because of the herbs. So that is what I'm thinking we're going to be doing today. And so that is what we do when we do an audit. We come out and see how things are doing from the day before, and then we case what we need to do that day. So those are some of the things, and I just come here primarily to update, to give you a bird's eye view of what's happening in the garden. Because when I'm out here working, it's really hard for me to use my camera while I'm working live. Sometimes I will take a live clipping of me in action, but not all the time because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I just have to do the work, not, cameras, lights, actions all the time, right? Because that's so super hard. But what you can see is the progress of the work, and so the garden is absolutely beautiful. It is the progress of my hands, and it's the progress of the work that I do here on this urban homestead. And so, yeah, it's a lot of work, and we get to it every day. I'm learning to take breaks. I'm learning to take naps. I'm learning to, I'm in retirement. I'm learning to pay attention to my contractual services, meet my community needs when I can, with the time that I have. And but this is the beauty of the garden, and out here needs to be planted up. And so we are working on those. They are in some things are in the ground and growing, but these things around here just are going to grow, 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 and grow. This is a high yield, high growing area. Our grapes are in. All of the grapes along the borders are in. So this is a high yield area right here. Everything is doing what it's supposed to do. All the green vegetables in the bags here, we're getting them going now. The mustards, the kale. We don't have a lot of kale in these. We have mustards, bok chow, um, collards. The mandarin is doing good. The bugs are doing what they need to do, be that what it may. The flowers are growing. So, somebody had a question. Okay, what's the question? Hey, Andrea, how are you doing? Yeah, so it's beautiful. It's doing what it's supposed to do out here, and I'm truly grateful that things are. I got to plan out two more, actually four. I have four beds to plan out, five actually. Um, so just taking my time, really just taking my time, planting stuff out. This one's full. The stevia's coming in. This is the stevia that's been asleep all winter. It's starting to pop up, so we just let that do what it do. Um, this is a this is a veggie bed with um, Georgia collards and purple cabbage. hmm I love morning time coming out. All the birds are chirping, the wind is blowing. Things are just you get to see the you get to see things standing up because it gets kind of hot around here. So back here in the back garden, we have our mulberries coming in up back there. These two beds need to be planted, so I'm putting watermelon back here this year in one of these beds, and let it run back there with the plums, because it spreads everywhere. So I don't want it in the main garden. So we'll put it back here this year. Um, what else? I don't know what I'm gonna put here yet, but there's some peppers in there, baby peppers that are growing. So um, yeah. So she says, "Hi, it's Emmy. Do you remember me?" I do. Hey, Emmy. I don't see your message, Andrea. Okay, so this bed, I'm not sure what I'm gonna put here either. So we're thinking it out. We're thinking it out. Potatoes in this bed. The peas are doing really, really well. We got some veggies in this bed as well. My daughter said, "Mommy, seems like you got more fruit than Yep, I do have a lot of fruit. A lot of fruits. Fruit. Summertime is the time that you grow fruit. That's how I see it. Um, I am watching for things though. We got some parched leaves over here on this pear, on this peach. I'm looking too. Kind of, you gotta watch for things. See some parched. Those are indicators that something is going on. So I'm gonna check my resources to see what I might need to give this peach tree, to make sure you want to catch it while when you see it, so that your entire tree doesn't get harmed. Is the Calico pinnata plant, also known as the leaf of life, okay to eat growing and just biblically? I don't know, Andrea. I have to do some research. Like research. Let me dig into the archives, and if I see into the scholarly articles, because I don't like to just trust Google. So I will do some research. Can you send that to me in the community? Can you put that in the community, Andrea? Calenco Panada. Let me snap a picture of this real quick. So I can, let me see if I can snap a picture. Okay, I got it. I will do some research on that plant for you, and I will put it in the, make a community post. Do you know where the community is, Andrea? We have a community on my page right there, right here on YouTube. We have a community page. When I will do that research today, and I will look for and send you an article so you can read that. I rather look at the scholarly materials versus Google, because a lot of times stuff be out here and you can't always trust what you see in Google. But when I look into the scholarly material, horticultural research, I might find something that's relative to what you're trying to learn more about. So I will, because I'm interested in knowing as well, because I've never heard of it. Kalinko panada plants. Is it Kalinkoe, or Kalinkoe panada? Did I say it correctly? Kalinkoe, because usually Koe is Chloe or Koe. She says, no, I'm not sure. Where is that out? Because I may have misspelled the name because I'm using talk and text. Is known as the leaf of life. Okay, so I will look it up as the leaf of life. And if it is in there, if it's in the research, I will post a link to the article in our community page. If you look on my page, look, or if you come to my page, just like come to my page, you'll see community. It'll ask you to, do you want to subscribe to the community? If you're already subscribed here on my page, then you have access to the community. You have to be a subscriber in order to access the community. So check that out to make sure that you can see it. I'm sure you can if you can. And you can ask that anytime you want to ask a question, just post it in the community. But good, I'm glad you caught me live. But the community is there for us, and every time someone posts there, I will see it. It'll notify me, and then that way I can respond, or we can engage like social media. So yeah, that's kind of like the social media, not TV, because YouTube is like live TV, but the community is like Facebook or Instagram, or and it goes back and forth. So yeah, it's really nice. She said Kalankoe Panada. I will look that up today and check it out for you. But that is our morning audit. Those are the things that I look for when I come out in the morning. So if you are gardening, the first thing you want to do is check on the things you did the day before, because you want to check for any, especially if you are potting up or transferring, or taking things from the soil to a pot, or pot to the soil. You want to check on your new babies that you've installed, because those are things that you want to check to make sure there was no trauma experienced, right? So that is what I'm always looking for. And I'm looking for new things, new blooms, new whatever new things are happening in the garden. So seeing how things are going. Do we have any new blooms? But we don't. But we have things, everything's doing well. And that is what I like to see are things doing well? We have a lot of berries that are coming in right now, the blackberries, tons and tons of blackberries. Callan panada leaf is the spelling. Okay, thank you. Callan panada. Let me take another picture of that. Hold on. Got it. Okay, I will check on that for you. But let me show y'all these beautiful. I have literally got blackberries. I'm surrounded by blackberries this year, which I absolutely love, because I wanted to have fruit everywhere. I wanted to have it all around the garden. This is the main garden here, but all on the outside and all around, I wanted to have fruit because it comes back every year. She says, and on another note, all natural is definitely the way to go. Absolutely. I used to get vitamin packets from Aldi's, and I recently discovered it has a synthetic sweetener that causes a lot of, yes, they do cause, yeah, the things that you get from those stores, you do have to be very careful. Usually when I find a herb that serves me well, or a medicine that or a product that serves me well, I'm eating most of my things from the garden, like leaf, like I will grow it. Like how do I have not put in my roselle yet, but roselle actually is going back in one of those beds in the back. That's the other thing that's going in the back. Um, is that we have to grow the things that we need ourselves. Like for example, I fertilizer is an issue around here. So you know that the with the Strait of Hamas closing back and forth, and all of the export import is a problem. I decided to grow comfrey. Comfrey can be a fertilizer, so but it's also a great herb. So I grew it myself. I grow it from seed. So we have to be vigilant. Yes, and green tea, So yeah, green tea is a good one. So what are you? Yeah, green tea is a really good one, but we want to find the actual plant. Like if you can find moringa seeds, and because you're in Florida, you should be able to grow moringa. Moringa is a tropical plant. You should be able to grow that. You should be able to grow soursop. Those are really, really good. I've got soursop. All you gotta do is buy some soursop and get the seeds out of it. That's all. You don't even have to just buy it once as a fruit and then get the seeds out of it. So depending on what you're taking it for, or all of its health benefits, then like I take hibiscus, like I grow roselle hibiscus because it's good for my heart. It's good for hypertension. I don't want hypertension, so I can do things that's gonna keep my heart, producing those oxides. And because the older we get, our heart, the stuff thins, less elasticity. You get more plaque buildup, and you want to you get thinning, uh, more plaque buildup, and I want to resist that. So those are some of the reasons why I grow certain things, to make sure that I have it in my that I know how it's growing, what it's being fed, and all of those things. So yeah, it pays to have it, to do it natural. And like just like you said, like a natural, you said something about the sweetener that's in some of those products. That's why I grow stevia. Stevia can be grown naturally. And I'm going to tell you something. Stevia, when you take one piece of leaf, it is so sweet. And that is what this is. That's stevia. And it gets really, really tall. And I found a way to make it grow back every year. Usually they say stevia is an annual, but I bed this thing down. We had frozen temperatures this year, but this still came back. So this is the second year that it's been located here. But I almost threw these roots away thinking that it was an annual, it doesn't come back because they said it will not survive the frost. But I moved it from one, I kept it in a location that the frost couldn't hit it. And then I discovered that it was 10 roots, live roots inside that box. So I took the 10 roots and I put them in here. And before long, you'll see them come up just like these two did. There's about 10 of them. So this is my small yet beautifully, it gives me beautiful yields of stevia all summer long. Then I'll bed it down for the winter, and it'll come back again. See, some of these things you just have to trial and error and say, okay, well, they said it wouldn't come back, but what can you do to help it to come back? So that was the goal for me. So to see how it could come back. But anyway, that is what we've seen in the garden this morning. I'm looking at some of the flowers that I transplanted too, um, that are doing well. Transplanted some dianthus, not dianthus, but what are these called? Dahlias. Some dahlias, um, and they are doing well too. These spider mites are. Ooh, that's a whole web right there. We got to do something about that. I put my hand in there. I mean, that's a whole big web over here. They don't be playing, but I wanted to come and check on the dahlias, and they are doing good. But baby, them spider webs, I'm about to have to do something, baby. That the way that thing fell, I can see why they use that for sutures. Did y'all know they use spider webs for sutures in emergencies? Yep. As thick as that thing was, I put my hand down there. The whole felt like I was going fighting a whole war. I think I'm gonna have to get some spider mite control because I don't want to have to deal with them spider mites this year. They just get on everything. So they have a lot to access, but they can also destroy a lot of things. Spider mites do a lot of damage to your fruit, to your food, everything. You have to be really careful. So that is our morning audit. I am so glad that you all joined me here. Thank you for the question. As I've said, um, Andrea, I'm gonna look it up for you, and we're gonna check to see what I can find in the research archives, and I will post it in our community for you. Okay? So I'm going to now go in. So after my audit, I usually go in and have a little coffee, digest what I decided, write it down, make sure I'm active, at an active part of the day. I'll do some this morning. I'll come in for the afternoon because I don't like to work in the intense heat. So we don't do that. We don't work. I'll find administrative work or talk to my clients during the mid part of the day, the sunniest time of the day between 12 and 3, 11 and 3, 12 and 3 really. I'll come in for lunch, and then from 12 to 4 usually I will work with my clients, and then come back out in the evening because it's not as hot. The one thing you want to do as a gardener or as a master gardener or someone who is raising food is make sure that you watch the temps. Just like these plants suffer from heat, we do too. So you want to be mindful of that. And my girls are calling me, so I better get over there and get them some goodies. Did y'all hear them over there? You are welcome, sister. Oh, cool. Let me go find out then, because anytime you put me on assignment, I'm gonna go and find out what you need to know. Okay. And Andrea, try to get you some stevia in your garden as well. You can grow it all year. You're down there in the good old state of Florida. You can grow it all year, honey. Get you some stevia on deck. All right. Hope you can find it. You can find the seeds, or you should be able to grow it all year long. It's and you anytime you want something sweet, you say you get a sweet tooth or something, take you a leaf of that plant and pop it in, baby. And I'm telling you, the burst, a burst of sweetness. I'm telling you, just one little leaf. Yeah, it is amazing. Anyway, y'all, I've got to go tend to my babies, and it was good to talk to y'all this morning. I hope you have the most amazing day, and whatever you do, don't let nobody get in the way on your journey to becoming who God has called you to become in this season. Until next time, bye for now.